Back in again with another after party spoiler discussion for Daredevil Born Again. Guys, this will be for episode 4, titled, I don't even know, like, I couldn't even, like, pronounce the name of it. It's, like, Sic Semper Systema. I probably, like, butchered it, but yes, this was episode 4. This episode was 55 minutes, and yes, this episode was... actually quite a bit of Frank. So we got that whole sequence of Frank and Matt kind of at Frank's hideout. That's kind of like where we how we kind of sort of like end this episode is kind of with Frank and Matt. And there's of course a lead up. The beginning part of this episode was very sad. It was like with what was it, Hector's granddaughter, I believe, and you know, that was just a sad sequence. It was just, I think it was his granddaughter, if I'm correct. Guys, let me know. I don't think it was his daughter. I think it was like his granddaughter. I don't know what to say, Sai. I don't know how to process the ending. Like, Miguel, yeah, that episode, well, we know off rip, we know that Adam is toast. Like, he's been beating up on Adam. He's been punishing Adam. He's been punishing Vanessa. He's now eating bigger meals, so he's trying to get back to his he's trying to get back to that brute strength. He's trying to get back to it. So he doesn't have any more of those dainty little omelets with like a little like string beans or like a little, like, I don't even know what it was on the side, but he's not eating that no more. He's eating like sausage and pasta, and he's trying to get big. He's on his bulk again. He's not fucking around. So he's been beating up on Adam, hence the bloody knuckles in episode 3. That explains it, and I think he's gonna kill Adam in like the next episode, because we see in the trailers like he ends up throwing bro. Or we didn't know who he was throwing, and beating up against like the brick wall and slamming up against the brick wall, slamming up against the ceiling. We now know it's Adam. So Adam is cooked in episode 5. Off rip, it's probably gonna happen in episode 5. Cooked. Adam was cooked 100%. Sup y'all? What's up, Roby? But yeah, guys, this episode was starting out, like I said, with like, I don't even know if, I think Matt was getting Hector's belongings, his suit. He finds out about Hector, so he picks up his suit, he picks up his amulet. I believe it was his granddaughter that showed up, and that was just a very sad sequence of the I can't remember if it was his daughter or granddaughter. I want to say it was his granddaughter, but I could be totally wrong. I think maybe it was his daughter, who knows. But regardless of knowing, like, don't bullshit me. She remember said to Matt, don't bullshit me. It's like the system did him wrong. You know what I mean? Like, fat good that did. You know what I mean? You got him out of prison, but they ended up killing him anyways. Like, the system failed. And, like, Matt knows. Matt knows the system failed. Matt knows the system has been failing. And he's itching to get back in that suit. And he's having things where it's like, whether like he wants to believe those are like acts of God, like it's putting him down the path of putting on that suit again. And he went on the roof at the end of this episode, swinging the billy club, trying to like get back into the swing of things, literally. And that was just amazing. Because they're at the point now where I do feel like Fisk is bulking back up. He's trying to get back in Kingpin shape. Matt was on the roof swinging the billy club or the grappler, which was really, really cool. Us seeing that shot of the helmets at the end of this episode, chef's kiss. The helmets look amazing. The kind of, I don't even know what you would call it, like his hall of armors, essentially, his hall of suits, was so sick. We didn't see much of it, but we saw enough where it's like we see all the helmets and they look amazing. They look incredible. I want to do that here with like my masks and stuff. I still have a couple masks I still need to get. I'm slowly starting to build up my mask collection, but I want to kind of have like a hall of masks. Kind of like Matt has here. But yeah, that was a really, really cool shot, which I'm hoping I can actually find, actually. Like someone like probably took a picture, or hopefully like got it, or I guess I could probably just get it on online. Let me just look that up real quick. Daredevil Born Again. Masks. What? Oh, I said Dearborn. Oh man, oh lord. Daredevil Born Again. Ski mask? No, we want to make masks. Okay, here we go. We saw this shot, which was just beautiful. Seeing that shot finally was so sick. Was so cool seeing it finally. I can't get over it. Beth, you said Adam should go into hiding. Well, bro won't be able to. He's already cooked. Adam is definitely dead. Yeah. That meal. Yeah. That meal was hungry. Yeah, was huge. That meal was huge. 100. It was huge. Adam was cooked. Yes. Sup, y'all. Yeah. Adam should go into hiding. Read that. I wonder who's gonna get the amulet. What if Matt puts it on? I don't think he will. I want to say when she hugged Matt, I wouldn't be surprised if the little girl took the amulet. I would not be surprised because I am wondering, is the suit going to go back to the to Hector's wife? Like the suit and the amulet is the I believe that's his granddaughter. Is the granddaughter gonna get it? I don't know, but it is very interesting. It was his niece. Okay, so yeah, it's his niece. Is his niece gonna get it? Who knows? I was wondering when she went in to hug Matt. I was like, did she take the amulet? Is she gonna take the amulet? I don't know. Me and my theories sit in silence. I have no words. Trust me, I'm still kind of like processing this episode. The definitely highlights were the Hall of Masks. Thought that was really really cool. Fisk bulking back up, becoming Kingpin. He is already back at really. He's already doing Kingpin stuff. The fact that he has Adam captive, has been beating his ass, prolonging his punishment for him getting with Vanessa. I don't know if Vanessa actually knows what Fisk is doing with Adam because she said she didn't know where Adam was. He said he didn't know where Adam was. Yeah, I feel like he's lying to Vanessa, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if she knows. But yeah, I think we're from this point on, Fisk is back. I feel like this was that moment, especially when he kept saying, "Fisk, let me out." Like I feel like you could tell Fisk was about to break. Like he's at the point now where he's like, he's gonna start slamming bro and killing him in the next episode. I guarantee. Wow, a scroll mentioned. Although I know that's another thing I want to mention. So Matt actually got to do like free, I guess you could say, I think it's the word pro bono work. Got to do like free pro bono work. And it was for a dude that was stealing like I think it was like caramel corn or some sort of like cereal or some sort of like caramel corn. I couldn't tell what the hell it was. But he gave his reasons why he was doing it, and he said like, oh, like my rap sheet makes me look bad. I try to do the right things, but if I miss something and then like they threw the book at me, the system likes to punish the people that have the rap sheets or likes to just punish people, you know what I mean? And I mean, I saw where he was coming from. At first, I thought the dude was an asshole because Matt was just trying to get him the best deal he could get him without putting him bro in prison. Like he tried giving bro like I think it was like community service or it was like something. I think it was like a light slap on the wrist, but like with like a couple months of community service or a couple months under house arrest. I forget. Or he wanted house arrest, but Matt was trying to give him community service. I don't know what the hell it was about, but I eventually understood where bro was coming from. Is that like I just wanted to eat one good thing instead of eating from a dumpster, and you know what I mean, and me not having money for any food. And it's like they cut my funding, my money to get things because I missed a hearing or I missed something or I didn't show up to, I didn't show up to something and it wasn't even on purpose. So I understand that the system like even does that to people nowadays where, you know, sometimes they're just, you know, they're so like the system just can't give them a break. You know what I mean? So I understood where bro was coming from. I understood. But at first I was like, he seems like an asshole. Matt's just trying his best to try to give him the best deal possible. But then again, Matt, when he was explaining to Matt, like, how it was, that you just want him to put up with it, and they're trying to send him to prison when it's like there's more to it, is that Matt's like, I understand the system is flawed, and like, he knows it, but he's just trying to let the system do its job. And I mean, that's what he's trying to do, even though we can tell Matt wants to get back in that suit. So that was kind of his like what he was struggling with in this episode, and Fisk struggling with people telling him what to do. He has to go through all these, you know, kind of hoops to like make things possible for the people of New York to go by his promises of giving the people what he promised. But he has to go through all these hoops, and he hates doing it. So like he was getting tired of doing all the things when there's like. He feels like he just can't get stuff done. So I do love how we're seeing it from both sides. And they keep doing that through these episodes, or we get to see it's leading up where they just can't get used to Matt knowing that the system is flawed. But he's letting the system do its job, even though he wants to go back in the suit and take it upon himself because he knows it's flawed. But he can't help but still feel guilty about Foggy, still feel guilty about him trying to kill Bullseye. There's just a lot going on in Matt's head about everything. And you can tell he's like really struggling to not let that devil out. Samus Fisk is really struggling to not let out that Kingpin side. And it was really hilarious because that sequence where like Fisk was in the school and they were singing to him, I was like right there with them of like, oh my God. I was like, I can't take it with these kids singing right now because I'm sorry, it was bad. Like sweet kids and all, but I was with him. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I couldn't take it. And they wanted to keep going. He's like, no. You guys were good. Loved the children. And he's like, I gotta get out of here. I got stuff I gotta do. But I was kind of cringing out. I couldn't help it. I was kind of cringing. Was it? You said Fisk was eating like a beast. Yes, he was. Wow, yeah. Bro was on his winter arc with that meal. Yeah, alternate he was. Gas, Roby, yeah. Adam, you said, Adam, say your last prayer's words. Yes, exactly. Although you said the food at the end looked good, the sausage and meatballs looked good. Yeah. At the beginning when the light showed on Matt and Fisk faces were lighting up with the colors. Yeah. In the beginning showing how that side of them wanted to be free, how Matt is training. I love it. I love the training montage. I thought that was that was really, really cool. And Fisk, yeah, is eating. Yes, he is. Usually I have my theories, but no, this time I don't know because there is so much that feels all over the place, but later connect to other problem and storyline and theories. Yeah. The acting from Hector's niece and Matt's client took me out. I thought the acting from Hector's niece was good. Now Matt's client, like I said, pissed me off in the beginning because I was like, dude, you just seem like an asshole when Matt's trying to give you a good deal. But he put it through his perspective and told Matt from his perspective, and Matt saw it from his perspective and was like, actually, I see that you're right, that I can see why you did what you did, because it's like the system always finds a way to throw the book at you even when you're trying to do good, but when you make a slip up, there's no coming back from that. The system just keeps throwing the book at you, and there's no coming back from it. And that's how people get treated in today's society. You know what I mean? It's like when they try to do good, they make the right step forward, and like they make a little mess up, or they can't get to something in time, and then it just all their hard work gets undone, and all people can see is their rap sheet. So I understand where the story, like what they were trying to say through that character. And kind of put it more in Matt's perspective of, oh, the system keeps failing people, and I'm just supposed to sit here and let the system do its job, but the system isn't doing its job. That's what the writers are trying to tell the audience, and I see it. So it was really, really good there. But I thought it wasn't that bad, the acting. So was Powell lying about killing Hector? I don't think so. His heartbeat was pretty steady. It wasn't racing like he was lying. So I think he didn't know. I don't think he did it. I don't know. Someone might have, but it might not have been him. A part of his, police, it might have been one of his corrupt police bros. Who knows? That school scene was so funny. It was. I was feeling it, Bethany. I was feeling it. I couldn't. I was cringing. I was like, oh, this is so bad. I was like, these sweet kids, but oh my, this is so bad. I couldn't take more. So when Fisk's like, when they're like, oh, we have another song. He's like, no. Love the kids, and he walked out. He's like, I got meetings to do. It was hilarious. They cut Murdoch's line about putting the hatchet down, bro. Yes, they did. I did notice that. I think they did. I didn't notice it at the time, but now you're mentioning it, I think they did. I felt bad for the client. Same. I thought he was an asshole at first, but then I was like, I understand where he's coming from. Why he really wanted to have that. I think that house arrest. Why he wanted that. And for it not to go that long, because he felt like it was such a thing where it's like, it's very minor. Bro stole some cereal. That's nothing. And you want to like give him like, I don't know, like something, you know what I mean? But things led up to that where it's like he was doing good but the one bad mess up set him down the path of where he couldn't come back, where it's just they see his rap sheet and that's all they see, and that's how it is sometimes. Yeah, they got, yeah. That part reminds me of how in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the Crook told Spidey how she lost her job and Peter felt bad for her. Love that, Ultra Nerd. I'm glad you made those two comparisons because that is exactly right. You know what I mean? Spidey saw it from her perspective while the person of the pizza place saw just another thief taking the money, but there's always another side to that story, and Matt finally heard his client's side of, I understand now why you want this kind of, you want this what is it? What's the word? You want this kind of, like, you want your way and you don't want my way. I understood that. There's a better word for it, but I can't think of it at the top of my head. Like, you want this deal, but when I want you to settle with this deal, and he's like, you don't get it. Look at it from my perspective why I don't want that deal. Yeah, really, really good that you put two and two together there, because that's exactly what they want us to. Because Matt is very compassionate, like Spider-Man, and like tries to fight for people with the court system, with the best of his abilities, and he does so. And he thought that was a good deal, but until he saw it from his client's perspective, and it's like, oh shit, it shouldn't have been. What I gave you, I guess, isn't the best deal. When I should have tried to fight a little harder. But in the system's case, like the one girl said, like, that's the Matt Murdock way. That's not how the law usually works, the Matt Murdock way. Even though he tries to give it the best of possible ways, that's not how the system works. As much as Matt would love the system to work like that, but he tries his best, which that's why we love him. And the other group sang the same, yeah, and the other group sang the same song, yeah, saying the same. Yeah, they did. That was hilarious. And Fisk wasn't having it. He's like, how hard is it for you guys to make me execute the plans to give it back to the people when I made promises to the people and I'm not executing on those promises? I understand where Fisk is coming from. He wants to execute those promises, but they want him to jump through hoops. Fisk is not used to doing that. He's used to just threatening people and getting what he wants. So I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's like, no, dude, I you know what I mean? Like, you gotta. So that's the thing, is that they've done a great job where I don't want Fisk to crash out. I kind of want him to keep those promises and stay on that line of leaving Kingpin behind. But another side of me is like, no, I want that side. I want you to go crazy. Like, you eat those big meals, you bulk up, you get back to Kingpin. That's what we want. They're really good at that, because it's like, I want what's best for him, but I want him to go like bad shit. I want him to just murder people, like, and threaten people, which he's starting to do. He did that to like his one dude in the office, because he like spilled his garbage or recycling plans to, he kind of like let that slip to BB Urich, which, you know what I mean? I forget that character's name. It's like, what is it? I forget his name. And it's gonna bother me. Let me see if I can find it, because I had it. Actually, what am I doing? I should just pull it up on my PC. I always forget that. Let me do that real quick. I don't know why. I keep forgetting that. I don't know why. Sometimes I forget that I have this here and I can search it up. Okay, I spelled that. Why? Damn, I'm like hit the wrong keys. Okay, Daredevil Born Again. There we go. Cast. All right. Okay. So Daniel, that was his name. Daniel. So yeah, Daniel spilled the beans about Fisk's plans with the recycling and the garbage and doing all that. And like, I think he was upset about that because I forget why. I think it was like making it where like his plans would have took people out of their jobs, I think. And even though I think that's what he wasn't trying to do. I don't even know, because there was so much going on where I was like, I wasn't really like looking too much into it, but it was making him look bad, and him not getting to execute those plans was making him look even worse, because he didn't go through with it, or they didn't want him, like, they kind of wanted him to pivot to get away from that issue of that story breaking out. So I don't know, there was a lot going on, a lot of the politics stuff with him being the mayor. Some of that stuff goes by so quick, or there's so much wordage, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm like barely getting it, and I'm like, okay, but yeah, like, he let it slip. He almost got fired, or like thought he was gonna get fired, but Fisk is like, no. But he's like, if you do that shit again, you're essentially dead. Like, you do that again, you're dead. Like, that's essentially, he was essentially threatening Daniel, because Daniel was mad glazing, saying, oh, like, oh, you got my vote, sir, still, even if you fire me. Oh, I love you, man. Like, blah, 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 blah. He was mad glazing. That's for sure. Daniel's number one glazer. Number one fist glazer for sure, 100%. But I still don't know Daniel's... There's something off about him, and I've noticed that from episode... I think it was 1 where we got introduced to him. Something's off about him, but this episode made me feel like, is he Muse? I feel like I see it in the eyes, and a part of me is really annoyed if they go that route. Like, if Hunter Donahan, the kid that was at Heather's book signing, his name is like, I forget what his name, it's like something, I have it, let me see if I can find him, it's like something, I have to go to IMDb, because it's not going to show me, the full cast list, which is so annoying. No, I didn't click Deborah's thing, I clicked there we go. Fucking find him, it was like something, no, let me just keep going down. Can I not go down? Brother. Full cast? Is that going to show me then? The full cast? What's his name? Okay, so Bastion. I can't think it's Bastion. That's the character he's playing. But the eyes... We saw Muse, like, in the beginning of the episode. But the eyes look like, what's his face? Daniel's eyes, doesn't it? Am I tripping? I don't know, because in one shot we saw, there's a promo shot of Muse. It looked like Hunter Donahan, which of course his character's name is Bastion, but I don't know. In this shot, I was like, your eyes kind of look like that Daniel dude. I don't know, unless there's two Muses running around. I don't know. I don't think. But it's throwing me off. Let me read back a little bit. Not to be mean, but Kanye West is worse than Kingpin. Okay. Than the Kingpin. I'm not gonna disagree with you there. You know, bro's out of his mind, but I hate Kingpin, but I have calm down on him a little. Okay, I get you. Alternate, you said I would love to see an alternate world where Matt is mayor of New York. That would be cool. I want to say that is a run in the comics where Matt does become mayor. I think that's a run in the comics. I think it takes place after the events of the Mayor Fisk run. I think it's called like Mayor Matt or something. I could have swore there's a comic arc where Matt is mayor. I could have swore. I could be totally wrong, but I could have swore there was. And it takes place after that comic storyline of the Mayor Fisk. In Spider-Gwen's universe, Matt Murdock has the abilities and stuff, but he is king. Wait a second. Matt Murdock has his abilities and stuff, but he is Kingpin and he is a crime boss. Interesting. It is Earth 65. Okay. So peak. Zach, which do you think is better, Marvel show, or we said Marvel? Wait, so Marvel show X-Men 97 or Netflix Daredevil show? That's very hard. They're two different things. One's a cartoon, one's not. I can't make that decision. I still want to go more towards Daredevil, because Daredevil, I can't live without that show. If we didn't have X-Men 97, I'd be okay with it. As much as I love that show, once you watch Daredevil, you can't imagine a world without it. So for sure, I'm going to say Daredevil. I'm going to say it. Union Buster. Okay. That was the title on the paper. Yeah. So like pretty much like he was like screwing people out of jobs, and that's why there was garbage everywhere. And like the public looked at it as like, oh, like bro didn't like said he was gonna do stuff, but then didn't execute it. You know what I mean? That he was worried about what the people were thinking, not what the paper was thinking, but what people were thinking of. Like, the garbage is still there. Like, you said you were going to deal with all this. Like, why aren't you doing it? Not the fact that you're taking away jobs, not the fact that, whatever. It's the fact that he wasn't acting on it. But he didn't like that he had to go through so many hoops. So I do appreciate we're seeing we're seeing Kingpin slowly start to come out. And I feel like him having Adam held captive and Adam screaming at Fisk, saying, yeah, I think he said like, Fisk, let me out, let me out. Yeah, he's about to snap and start throwing bro around like a rag doll. Yeah, but I don't think he's Muse. The body type isn't right. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking too, Beth, is that the body type of Muse is a little bit like skinnier, and like the Daniel character is a bit bigger. So it's like the body type don't match up, but the eyes are throwing me off here. So I don't know. I don't know if they're doing trickery, but I still want to say it's Hunter Donahan because I love that actor. The rumors of him being Muse, he just looks like he would be Muse. I really, really hope it's on the red herring. I really, really hope it's not. And the Daniel dude ends up becoming Muse. I really hope that's not the case because I really want Hunter Donahan. I want that. I want him to be Muse. I really want to hope my theories and the rumors of him being Muse is true. I really hope so. Is there a comic where Kingpin bans heroes? There is a comic where he goes after heroes and he does ban heroes. It's called Devil's Reign. It's a great comic. You can actually get that graphic novel right now on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. I have that graphic novel. It's great. They actually have individual runs, which I started to get back when the comic run was like coming out at comic book shops. I started getting a couple, but I lost track of the dates of the certain issues dropping. So it's known if you don't get a comic issue right away, they don't do reprints. So it's like if you miss out, you're most likely, it's going to take you a while to find that certain issue. And if it's a rare issue or like there's a certain plot line that happens in it, they like to up the prices of those certain issues of comics. They did it with the Dark Art run of the first appearance of Muse. Those two specific comics, because it's a buildup of that storyline when you get to those two comics where like Muse is the actual, like he's actually in the comic itself and it's not like a buildup of his artwork. Those two last comics of that specific run are like really expensive. Hell, even that collection, I think it's like a 4-issue run or a 5-issue run. That collection's expensive on eBay, but I ended up getting the graphic novel, which was a little bit cheaper, and I had all the comics in one book. So you can actually get that right now. It's great. So you said this is so off topic as call Jay-Z daughter our roller or wait, what? This is off topic. As we call Jay-Z daughter I'm confused. What? Yeah, I'm confused. Alternate, you said, Zach, I would love to see your comic collection. Yeah, I have a lot. I do have a lot. It's not like probably a lot of comic collectors, but when I find a good comic, I like to get it. And I'm slowly starting to get more, but it's it's not something I usually sought after is a comic, unless there's like a certain movie coming out that I want to know more about, or a certain show coming out of a character I want to know more about. That's why I got the Dark Art run of Daredevil, is because I wanted to learn more about Muse. And I know what's funny is that I didn't even know they were going to do the Devil's Reign run for Born Again, but I got that comic, and then they announced they were going to use part of that storyline in Born Again, and I was like, oh, I'm so lucky I have it. So I love when you have that sort of situation. But yeah, I'm still kind of wondering, are they trying to do a red herring where like Hunter Donahan's character Bastion or Bestin, or I think it's Bastion, is not Muse, and they're actually going to say, oh no, it's actually Daniel. I hope they're not going to do that. I still think Daniel's Fisk's son. I still am going with that theory. I don't know if it's going to be true, but he's glazing to the point where I can imagine this kid is Fisk's son, Daniel. So I don't know. I really don't know. But let's get to the real thing, and it's definitely how Matt knew where Frank was. Can we talk about that for a minute? So is Frank retired? Frank is not retired. Frank is clearly in the middle of looking for somebody. On the background of these photos, he's looking for somebody. He's not retired. But the fact that Matt knew where he was says a lot. Because I thought Matt was he was sniffing the bullet and be like, oh, like, I'm tracking it down. Who's this going to lead to? But no, he sniffed the bullet, and I guess he saw the engraving of the Punisher logo on the bullet, and he went to Frank to be like, okay, this is not a coincidence now. So many cops are rocking your logo. What's going on here? And it looks like Frank is dealing with his own issues. Frank is trying to go after these, I think, trying to go after these corrupt police himself. I think we're gonna go more into that in when they team up, Frank and Matt, in like episodes 5 and 6. It might be in episode 6. I don't know. They might wait an episode. The bank heist, which I want to say, I can't remember if you said it, Roby, that the bank heist is gonna happen in episode 5 next week. I can't remember. I think it was you that said it. I could be totally wrong. I think it was you that said it though, about the bank heist with Kamala's father. So I think that's going to happen next week, and I would not be surprised if they wait to do the Punisher and Daredevil team up to fight the Vigilante Task Force. Won't be until episode 6, which we're getting 2 episodes next week, so I think they're doing that so that we don't have to wait. But I think it will be a build-up. Like, Frank might show up in episode 5 after the bank sequence, and then it'll go into episode 6 where the task force is doing more shit, and kind of, really kind of corrupting that Punisher logo and really putting a bad word to the Punisher logo. And I think that will go then into them teaming up, and Matt will put on the suit maybe in episode 6. So yeah, I don't know. Not me. Okay, so I don't know who it was. Maybe it was, Otto, it might have been you, but I don't see you in here. But if you end up coming in here, it might have been, Otto, yeah, you are in here. Otto, was it you then? It was somebody that said it. Sorry, I forget. There was a lot of people that were talking in the chat, but it might have been you, Otto. I don't know. But yeah, it's insane to me that Matt knew where Frank was. He wasn't surprised. He said, "Oh, maybe I'll." He's like, "Oh, I'll catch you on a good day, Frank." But when Frank was talking shit, like, not really talking shit, but when he mentioned Foggy, I was like, "Oh, hell no!" I was like, "Don't you dare try to say like whatever." But he was trying to show Matt that, like, you can't essentially blame yourself. You know what I mean? You wanted to kill Bullseye, but you failed to do so. And I know you're not satisfied with him getting life. And Matt's not satisfied with it, but he has to deal with it. He thought Bullseye would have died, but he would have beaten himself up about it. He didn't die. Foggy died, and he's beating himself up about it, on the fact that, that's why he's kind of like cut off his relationship with God, cut off his relationship of him being a Catholic, not going to church. He doesn't feel like he's worthy of it. He doesn't feel like he's worthy to continue with his beliefs, but also continue with him being Daredevil, because he tried killing Bullseye. He broke his code. His friend died because of him, because he blames himself because of Foggy knowing his connection of Matt being Daredevil and the events of season 3, and kind of putting him on Bullseye's hit list. There's a lot to it, but Frank understood that. Frank's like, I understand where you're coming from. You know what I mean? And you need to essentially you don't need my permission to get back in that suit. You know what you need to do. Like, that's what you need to do. Do you hear Foggy's voice? I still hear my boy's voice saying, Daddy, get him. That got me. When he said, like, when Frank said he still hears his little boy's voice say, like, Daddy, get him, and that's what keeps him going, and that's what that's his kind of code, is because of his kids and him taking out the bad people. That's what keeps him going. Is like, essentially, he's like, Matt, you need to do what you need to do, and it's essentially like, go out there and go do your thing, because, like, it's not working for Matt. It really isn't. Him letting the system do its thing. The system's failing, and Matt knows it. There's times that the system can win, but there's a lot of times lately where the system is not working in Matt's favor at all. It's finding a way to clap back. And Matt even said that to Heather, is that, I feel like I am trying to do the right thing, and every time there's a win, there's someone on the other side of that boulder trying to force the boulder down. Like, where I'm trying to make progress, they're trying to ruin that progress. So I understand where he's coming from. So I like how Frank could connect to Matt on that level of, like, you hear it and I hear it. We got to do it. Like, we do it for him. I don't think Foggy would want him not to go out there and do it just because of what happened. I think Foggy was supportive on getting, I want to say he was supportive on getting Matt back in that suit, but I don't know. I feel like Foggy wouldn't want Matt to think it was his fault. I think that. Maybe not him getting back in the suit, but him thinking, like, it wasn't your fault what happened to me. It wasn't your fault. Like, I think that's what he would tell Matt. You know what I mean? Probably not as supportive of him getting back in the suit, because clearly he wasn't at the time, like him saying, like, I didn't want to tell you about me hiding Benny because I didn't want you finding a reason to get back in the suit. You know what I mean? But I don't think he would have blamed Matt for anything that happens. Even the past shit, I feel like, he knows Matt needs to do what Matt needs to do. I don't know. It's a hard thing, but we all know Matt needs to get back in that suit now more than ever, especially since Hector's gone. They need the vigilante out there more than ever. So yeah. Um, what was it? You said was Kanye West called Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. Damn, that's fucked. Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up. That scene was so good. Also, hearing Frank say "Red," that was cool. You lost him, didn't you, Red? Yeah, I love that. I love this sequence. It was just a great sequence. Um, are you? I love it. He's like, "Are you sure you of service, Red, or are you of service, Red?" Yeah, I liked it. I love that. I was down range, Red. I love it. I love it. I just love the interaction of seeing John Bernthal back in this role, and it's been forever. He didn't miss a step. John Bernthal's the go, and just seeing that sequence between them again, it was another great sequence. But I loved how he could connect. Like, he wasn't tolerating the bullshit. He wanted Matt to just say Foggy's name. He's like, don't run from it. You need to like know what. Like, you need to just say what happens. You need to just say how you feel. Like, you keeping all that inside, I know what that's like. And it's like, yeah, like, I don't know. I think Matt wants to go out there and go do things, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I can't tell if like Matt would kill right now or if he wouldn't. Sometimes I do wonder that. Like, would Matt, if he went out there, would he take these people out? Just take them out at this point, but I don't know. I feel like there's a side that Frank knows is like, you would do it, like, but you're not going to, and you're not going to let yourself get back in the suit to see if you would do that. I feel like there's levels to it where I feel like Matt, I feel like he could do it, but I think that's why he said sorry. Like, the devil came out for him and when he socked Frank in the face or like backhanded him. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, don't say sorry for what or whatever. Like, so I just like how Frank got through to him. That was good. That's cool. New poster featuring Punisher. Love it for Daredevil Born Again. That's sick. That's cool. I guess they just released this 1 hour ago. That was cool. But yeah, great introduction. Great introduction. I'm glad they didn't make us wait until like episode 5 for this, because I did think that they were gonna end it on this of him up against the locker, and then it would go into like episode 5 where we'd get this sequence. But I guess they fit it in, and then we're gonna get actually them like teaming up in like episode 6. I think it's gonna be episode 6. I don't think it's gonna be episode 5, but they can get through a lot in episode 5 if they wanted to make them team up to take out the task force. But there still needs to be a build up with the police, with like the task force, and I think we're gonna see that in episode 5 going into episode 6, where it makes it where Frank gets back in his suit, or shaves, gets a haircut, gets back in the suit, and then gets Matt back in the suit. I think there's gonna be levels to it. Um, you said that seems good. Not me. Off topic, but the first Bullseye name drop in the MCU. Yeah, I know it's sick. Yeah, but yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good. Definitely, like I said, the highlight was Daredevil's masks and the Frank sequence. Those were definitely the highlights of the episode for sure. And the little bit of little scenes we got with Muse. That's another thing. I can't tell. I just can't tell. I want to say this is Hunter, but I could be totally wrong. I really hope it is. I really hope it is. Finally got a Daredevil board again. Poster up on my wall. Oh yeah, someone liked it. That's what's up. Someone liked my post. I think next episode is going to be half the robbery and the other half Daredevil versus Muse. Fire. That would be cool. And then episode 6 is like what, like the Punisher and Daredevil team up. That would be cool too. I do wonder when that is going to happen, because there's not enough of laying down the groundwork where I feel like Matt would even know about Muse. Matt would even know about what Muse is doing. I think really what puts Muse on Matt's radar is a theory that I had that I broke down in the trailer. If you guys watch my trailer breakdown, you guys know there's going to be a death that sets Matt down the path of putting Muse on his radar. That's going to be the thing that does it. And I feel like it only makes sense for Hunter Donahan because he went to Heather Glenn signing and wanted to get like one-on-one therapy. I feel like that automatically makes the connection for something to happen where then Matt would find out and then go after Muse. So I feel like you guys know without me saying it when I'm like what the groundwork I'm laying down here, the tracks I'm laying down. I feel like you guys kind of get where I'm going. But yeah, I think there's going to be a death that puts Muse on Matt's radar. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they go. But I really want to see more of him because I think this was the most we saw of Muse. It's a slow introduction. Like I said, we still have a couple more episodes left. This was only episode 4. We have like 9 episodes. So 5, 6. So we're getting 5 and 6 next week. So 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got like 3 more episodes like the following week. I believe, I can't remember. Do we have like a 2-episode finale? Or is it like a 1-episode finale? I think it's 2. Like, we get 2 next week, get 1 episode for episode 7, and then 8 and 9, I believe, is a 2-episode finale. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure. Let me know. I think, yeah, but you said that. So, I'm trying to think of some other things before we get out of here, because I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think I did. I wonder if someone did post the there we go. That shot was sick. That shot's sick. I love it. The yellow She-Hulk suit, the yellow and red, the yellow She-Hulk suit, the classic Daredevil suit, and then of course the I think that's the Shadowland helmet right there. Fire shot. Matt training was cool. I love that. I'd consider that one sequence. Him, like, opening to all, like, his suits and his masks, and then him grabbing the billy clubs, swinging them around. And then also, like I said, the Matt and Frank scene. Peak. 100% peak. I can't tell. Let me, you know what? I can't tell. This is a better picture. I mean, does this look like... Does it, I mean... I don't know. Kind of like a green... I mean, maybe... I hope so. I really hope so. I need bro as Muse. I really don't want them playing bullshit. I really need him as Muse. I really hope it's him. I really hope it's him because he's such a good actor, bro. He's so good. He's such a good actor. I could see it. I could semi see it because there's a little bit of hint of green in Muse's eyes here. I feel like I see it here more than the other photos. I feel like it could be him here. Yeah. Because I see a little bit of green. Yeah. I'm hoping. I just don't want them screwing me with this. Because it would just suck. It would just suck if it's not him. I think it's him. I think it is. I think it is. Hopefully, yeah. But yeah. I'm ready for these next couple of episodes. I'm ready. Oh, shit. There we go. Answered my question. Okay, all right, confirmed it. Okay, cool. I didn't even see that. Guest starring. There we go. I don't even need to... I kept scrolling right past it. Hunter Donahan. There we go. He was in the credits for today's episode. So it is my boy. Let's go. W's. Hunter Donahan is Muse. On the credits. Let's go. I skipped past this article or this like post at least 5 times. At least. But the fact that I know now makes me very, very happy. I don't have to worry about shit anymore. So I'm very glad. I'm very glad. I think I see it more here with the eyes going down, like he's about to stab full on that table, which we haven't gotten that shot yet. I think that'll be in the next episode probably, where like he does like the knife flip and then like stabs. That's gonna be sick because they have that in the trailer. Dude, Muse is such a cool character, and the fact he is confirmed, Muse is confirmed for season 2, so that's more dubs. So we're golden. We're golden. Bro's confirmed for season 2, so he's gonna do some crazy shit. And mind you, he plays like fucked up games with Daredevil in the comic, in the Dark Arts comic run. He does some cruel shit. I mean, you think Joker is creepy or weird or whatever. I would rather go up against Joker than go up against him. That's all I'm saying. In my personal opinion, he is so creepy. Nah, like creepy. He's scary as even Matt, like Daredevil himself. Like Matt's even like, cause he's eerie, and I feel like we barely scratched the surface. He's gonna get so creepy in these next couple of episodes. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. It's gonna be peak. But great episode. Love the connection with Matt and Frank. How there's a connection there over loss of a loved one. I love the shot, like I said, of Matt opening up his weapons haul with like his suits and his masks. And yeah, the little shots of Muse. Those were the standouts of this episode. Guys, let me know your standouts. Like, what were your favorite moments of this episode, of episode 4? Let me know before we get out of here. And let me know where you would rank this. Where would you rank this specific episode out of all the episodes so far? For me, I would still say 3, 4, 1, 2. That's how I would rank it personally. The episodes. 3, 4, 2, 1. No, 1, 2. 1, 2, because of the bullseye fight versus Daredevil. So yeah, that's how I would rank it. Like I said, so 3, 4, 1, 2. 2 is my least favorite episode out of the show so far. But let me know yours. Let me know your ranking. Let me know what your favorite moment was of this episode. And then we're gonna get out of here because I got some things I need to go do. It's getting late. It's like 10:42. So I definitely don't want the stream to go on for too long. But I just want everybody to get their last minute thoughts in, or like I want to know how everybody ranks these episodes. I want to know what was your favorite moment of the episode. Let me know. While we're in here, I totally forgot to do this. So my bad. I'll try to like remember. I forgot to refresh chat. Part of the new stream, so that's up now. I totally forgot to do that. Sorry, guys. I have to remember to do that going forward because I totally forgot. Okay. It's gonna take a minute to catch up. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have to go scoot. I gotta scoot this over. This is really far over. Let me shrink it a bit. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, that's good. So, guys, let me know. How would you rank these episodes? Let me know. I want to know before we get out of here. That's such a cool shot. I'm actually let me refresh the page. I'm just gonna keep going down. Maybe some people have some more. Guys, like I said, let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, Roby, thank you for someone responding. I appreciate it. You said 3, 1, 4, 2. Awesome. Okay. 3, great episode. Probably still best episode of the season. 3, 1, 4, 2. Okay. 4 meaning the one we just had. 1. That bullseye fight, I can understand why you want to put that above 4. Because 4 is the next episode, but 3 is still perfect. So it's very reminiscent of how my ranking is. Because like I said, I said 3, 4, 2, 1. Or I meant 1, 2. So it's very reminiscent. So that's actually really, really cool. Or did I say that? I said no. I think it said 3, 1. Did I say 4, 4, 2? Or I think it's reversed. The 4 and the 1, 4 and the 1, I think are reversed. Yeah, I think that was mine. Like the 4 and the 1 are just reversed. But I can totally see why you say that, because episode 1 was insane. I love that bullseye fight. It was good. And the more I watch it, the more I like can appreciate it more and more. But there was just something about this episode and just seeing this and seeing our boy, like Matt and Frank back together. And the fact that he knows, it did get confirmed, he knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. So that shot where he says, "See you around, Red," that scene in season 2 in the finale said it right there. Where it's like he saw Matt without the helmet and knew it was Matt. Like saw Daredevil without his helmet and is like, oh, that's Matt. But he said still had respect and said, "See you around, Red," because he's always going to be Red to him regardless of what he got the suit on or not. So I did appreciate that. But we have all the suits right here, which is really, really cool. I don't know what the suit is, the gray and the red. I forget what Daredevil suit that is, but I know that's the Shadowland suit. I know we're going to be getting that. Now, I don't know what suit this is, but I bet you would be fire as shit. I'm not sure what helmet this is. So I'm actually curious to know what that is. Which helmet that is. Of what suit. But yeah, She-Hulk suit, classic suit, new helmet from, the helmet he wears in episode 1. Was Shadowlands and then something. I don't know what that one is. But yeah. Great shot though. I love that shot. So cool. And you see the suits hanging below too, which is really, really cool. On hangers, which is sick. God's hand. You said God's hand, I heard. God's hand, I heard. God's hand, I heard. Why does that sound familiar? Did someone say that? God's hand, I heard. Did someone say that? You said God's hand, I heard. Is that the name of the thing? The mask shot is so peak, 100%. The mask shot is so clean, dude. You don't understand how sick this is. Just to have all them, like, no, it's clean. I love the other shot where it's like from the side panel, which someone posted that. I love that side panel shot. It's so clean, so sick. I love the shot. Love it. So clean. You see the red, just like, oh, it's so sick. It looks like they're glowing. Where he goes to hell or something. Okay, so that's that suit. Okay. All right, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Roby, I appreciate you. I loved when Frank was trying to get in Matt's head and he was crying. I mean, he was trying to tell Matt just to admit, just admit to what happened. Talk about what happened. Don't keep that in. Just say it. Say your friend. You can't even say your friend's name. That's how guilty you are. How guilty you feel. When it's like, but you're living with the guilt, but you're not acting on it. You're not trying to fix the problem. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, it's like the opposite. Because I feel like Foggy wouldn't want Matt to put that suit back on. But like, in a world when someone's being a hero, when your close person dies, it's always, no, your friend would want you to put that suit on, not quit. You know what I mean? It's always like that. When Gwen died, Gwen wouldn't want Peter to stop being Spider-Man. She'd want him to still be Spider-Man. Like, she never, like, you know what I mean? It's like she wouldn't want him to not be Spider-Man because of what happened or blame himself. It's always like, you know what I mean? It's like the person would never, the friend or the girlfriend or whatever, would never want the person to stop being a hero just because something happens. Aunt May would not want Peter to stop being Spider-Man because of what happened, or even to blame himself. You know what I mean? So it's one of them things where it's like, but with Foggy just didn't want Matt to be Daredevil, and it's like, he's doing what he would think Foggy would want him to do, is just leave Daredevil behind, let the law take its course, but look where that's getting you. It's like, you can't do that. Yeah, it's what Foggy probably would have wanted, but that's not what you need. It's like, it's just, like, him going this route is like destroying him. And it's kind of like, he's like shutting down, like not even like willing to confront or talk about Foggy. And I think Heather really, it's funny enough that he has a girlfriend, his girlfriend's a therapist, but he's not talking about what happens. He just feels like he can't. I think if he does, he knows he'll break down. And Frank wasn't taking no for an answer. Frank was getting through the bullshit. Like, you need to say your friend's name. You can't even say his name. Like, that's bullcrap. Like, you should say his name. Like, I don't know. Frank, I understand where Frank was coming from. Like, if this was me, like I'm doing something about it. Like, someone killed my kids and I'm doing something about it. Someone killed your friend. You tried doing something about it, but he's still breathing the same air you're breathing. So I understand where Frank's coming from, like saying like you want to kill him, go. You want permission to do something, to get your hands on somebody, go do it. Like, I'm not gonna give you that. Like, I love that. I love it's like Matt. I feel like Matt was sort of there to be like wanting Frank to say do something about it. I don't know. I guess because Matt. I don't know. Matt and Frank, I just feel like he would go to that. Like, not wanting Frank to know he was going to go there to do it, but like wanting Frank to tell him, what are you going to do about it? Like, go do something. Don't just sit on your ass. You think I'm sitting on my ass? Like, no. Like, I hear my kids say, go after them. I'm going after them. You hear a voice in your head. I don't know what Foggy telling Matt. Maybe like keep the devil tamed, or I don't even know, but it's not working. Where he goes to hell or something. Okay, yeah, I loved when Frank, it was getting his head. Yeah. But yeah, great episode. I thought it was a good episode. Like I said, still 3 is my number 1, then 2. I meant then not 2. Then 4. Then 1, then 3. That's my rank. That's my rank so far of these episodes. We'll have to see where episode 5 and 6 go in my rank. We'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell, but I know we're going to have some crazy episodes coming up, so I'm very, very excited. I'm excited to come here next week for another chill stream. Like I said, if you are new, subscribe to the channel, put those notifications, and like this video or like this stream. But by the time you guys see this, if you end up coming in later and watch the stream archive, it's going to be a video, so make sure to like this video. But for the people in here now, make sure to like this stream because it is live right now. But like I said, guys, we go live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST for the pre-show live discussion, where we talk about the previous episodes of Daredevil and we talk predictions about the newest episodes. An hour before the episode premieres at 9 p.m. EST. Like I said, as always, I end stream at 9 to go do my reaction for Patreon. Like I said, guys, my episode 4 reaction for Born Again will be up on Patreon right after this stream is done. So definitely make sure to go check it out. It's only $5 a month for my Patreon subscription for my movie and show reactions. If you guys want like figure unboxings and you guys like what you see with the whole figure unboxings with Marvel Legends or collectibles, I have more of those over specifically exclusively over on my Patreon, along with on here as well. If you are new here and you want to know more about me unboxing figures, I do a lot of unboxings also on my main channel on chill streams. Sometimes I'll do live unboxings, or I'll do them on video recorded uploads. Sometimes, but majority of the time, I like to make them Patreon exclusives for the $10 tier, along with my movie and show reactions are a part of that tier, and also cosplay stuff is a part of that tier as well. The $10 tier, guys, go check it out. Link in description for the Patreon. Definitely worth it. We have some shows coming up, whether it be the new season of Doctor Who, whether it be the second season of Andor. We got a lot of things coming. And pretty soon we're gonna have some more shows coming that I can't maybe think of on top of my head. Oh, Last of Us season 2, I'm gonna be covering that also in April. I'm going to be doing reactions for that, and also you guys can go check out my previous reactions for 3 of those shows, for The Last of Us season 1, for Doctor Who season 1, and also for Andor season 1. All those reactions are up on Patreon. Go check them out. But like I said, guys, as always, I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Like I said, also for the after party, I almost forgot. For people that don't know about the after party spoiler discussion, that starts at 10:15 p.m. EST. If it's 1 episode, if it's 2 episodes, which we're getting 2 episodes next week, I probably won't start my live until about 10:30 to 11. Most likely it'll be 11 because these episodes will be an hour long, probably a piece. So probably sometime around 11, I'll be going live. Just keep a lookout, put those notifications on, so you guys get notified when I start my streams. But as always, guys, like I said, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.